Hello again, everybody. I've just thought of another topic that might be of interest to people. It's certainly something that's kept my mind going for a number of years, actually. It could possibly link into some of the topics as well I've been seeing about nuclear detonations and chemtrails that have been seen over parts of the US and parts of Canada, parts of Europe and parts of Asia, actually. I'll start off with that. I studied a lot of human biology when I was at college, along with other related topics to human beings like anthropology, etc. But this one, when I studied it, got into it, that realising the human body is basically a chemical processing factory for the human spirit, which is an energy being. We're an energy entity, which is my belief. And the purpose of a human body, or one of its main purposes, is to convert matter into energy by breaking down all the plants, the food, everything we eat is broken down to one base substance, which is energy, which is what sustains us. You know, if you go for a long period without food and you're feeling weak and tired or dizzy, it's purely and simply because of lack of energy. It's energy which you need, which is what you absorb from the biomaterial around you, what you consume. With that in mind, you can understand how chemicals, getting the wrong chemicals, say put into a chemical plant, the wrong chemicals put in a chemical plant, can have devastating effects on the outcome of the materials you require. Same thing for the human body. If the wrong chemicals, or too much of the chemicals you need, are taken into the body suffers, or certain changes occur which can be passed on to offspring, to your children, like in deformities or hyperactivity disorders, things like that. One thing I've noticed over the years is a lot more teenagers and children are extremely hostile, and it seems to have no base cause on the outside. They are just purely and simply hostile all the time. If they're out amongst friends, there's hostility there all the time. If they're looking at other groups of people or other individuals, the first thing seems to be in their mind or in their eyes is hostility. I don't know if any people have come across this in their day-to-day lives, but to actually see this, which is occurring more and more frequently, I've noticed over the generations. And I know that when the government departments put out announcements that it's only the small minority of, say, youths causing violent problems in society, but the problem is with that is, if you take that small minority that they say it is, from each area that it occurs, because it occurs in all areas, in quite a lot of housing estates, then you advance on that from housing estates to towns to cities to the country, you get a very big slice of the population of the younger generations are becoming instinctively hostile, and I'm beginning to believe it's because of a lot of the chemicals that the industries have been putting out, a lot of the extra chemicals that are going in foods, in the water supply, and possibly in the connection with the chemtrails that are now being spotted above a lot of nations' skies. It seems to me that there must be some kind of reason for it. I'm not exactly sure what yet, but there is something to be investigated there to find out really what is going on with all these chemicals that are being tested. And on the site where the Zeitgeist site, if I can say that right, where they've been talking about how chemicals have been introduced for testing on people without their knowledge, and the depopulation of the human beings in general across the planet. It's might have some substance, it might not. It's just something that seems something to be worth investigated, I believe, and to keep an eye on, or to keep notice of the other people around you. I'm not saying that everybody is like this, because everybody reacts differently to different chemicals, and everybody's immune system is different, so therefore it has a different response. Especially like AIDS is a subject as well, that is a genetically designed virus that attacks specifically the immune system. Most viruses or other bacteria don't specifically attack and disable your immune system. They tie it up so that your system is overworked trying to burn out the infection of virus or bacteria, but it does not specifically attack the immune system, which the AIDS virus seems to do, which therefore it has concepts of it being a genetically, purposely designed bacterium or virus to do one thing only, and that is to attack human beings. I'm starting to get a bit wavery, I think, on this subject now. My clock's flashing at me saying that the video time is starting to come down a bit, so maybe I'll continue this in another part. So until then, thanks a lot.